Here's the game. Welcome back.
Howdy.
April 5th. We're a month past that. I think when we started the chapter, we were like, hey, look, it's like the time where we're at.
Yeah.
It seems it's already dark. Still open on a damn murder. Gotta admire their capitalist spirit. Well, there's no one here. Looks like we've got the place all to ourselves. To prove Kay's innocence, I'll need to investigate her lost memories. Hey, let's go, Miles. We can investigate the roof as much as we want. So let's do what we can. I just noticed that they have a Fluttershy statue.
I don't think that's Fluttershy.
I think it's just a
It's not
Pegasus
even her
or a
colors.
unicorn. It's a Pegasus, but do what we can, huh? I suppose that's all we can do for now. You know, I just had a thought. It's My Little Pony, right? Most of them have wings.
Some of them do, not all of them.
Are they considered Pegasi, or are they also called ponies?
Allie, I need your expert's advice. First off, how many ponies in My Little Pony have wings?
Only 2 of the main 6. That's main spelled M-A-N-E.
Nice, good one. It's Rainbow.
It's not a joke. It's actually how it's spelled.
Oh, all right. So that's Rainbow Dash and which
Fluttershy.
And, Fluttershy does have wings. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Second of all, in world, are they called Pegasi or are they still just called ponies?
They're called Pegasi. You've got
Okay,
Pegasi,
okay.
unicorns, alicorns, which is a Pegasus unicorn mix.
Uh-huh.
They have both wings and horn.
Uh-huh.
And then the ponies who are not blessed with either of those are called Earth ponies.
Earth ponies?
Yeah.
Supposed to fucking Mars ponies?
As opposed to flying ponies or magic ponies.
Oh, like they're stuck on the ground.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Allie. Now,
Yeah.
Emily, I want you to imagine everything that you just heard from Allie.
Oh shit, wait. I just realized something. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. What is it?
At the end of season 3, it's revealed that Twilight Sparkle is a princess, which she has been the whole time, but she didn't even know. And all princesses are alicorns, so actually 3 of the main 6 have wings.
It's like straight up Fire Emblem.
So it's like
campaign.
Eliza.
Yeah. Ross, what were you gonna say?
So yeah, I want you to imagine literally everything that Allie just said.
Yeah.
Coming out of this current Edgeworth's mouth over the bed while Phoenix is sitting there just nodding his head going, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah, I'll share what you said. Ross said that I should imagine everything you said coming out of Edgeworth's mouth in bed while Phoenix is just nodding like, that's nice, dear.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the relationship that Emily and I have, except she's the one that info dumps.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 4 out of 5 times it's me telling you about Homestuck nonsense. 1 out of 5 times you're deferring to me about. Like,
There's so much Homestuck nonsense. You must have
there is. I mean,
weekly chats.
Okay, I don't tell her like even a significant percent of the Homestuck nonsense. Like,
yeah.
Like, just because there's a shit ton doesn't mean that I'm...
It's a lot of info dumping about her campaign.
Yeah, actually, that's true. If Allie and I, like, broke up and she, like, hated me, she could, like, spite me by telling you the, like, biggest endgame spoiler. Straight up. So don't do that.
Grand Tower viewing platform.
Grand Tower viewing platform, yeah.
He just, like, skips off the roof.
Ray's just like, yeah, he stood there talking about My Little Pony and then fucking wave dashed over to me.
What's up? Why? Why do you think Kay lost her memories? There's something she wanted to forget. Miles, did you say something horrible to her? Of course not. I would never say anything that cruel to someone. Adrian Andrews is just like... Well, I might have said some unkind things to Detective Gumshoe in the past, but... I see. Now I feel bad for the big guy. It's a cherry tree with branches spread wide. The flowers are nearly in full bloom. According to Kay's testimony, before she was pushed, she was standing under this cherry tree. It's a statue of a pony sparkling in the twilight.
Oh my god! Like, they actually, Allie, they fucking referenced the show in like we talked about it because of that, and then they fucking referenced the show.
How much do you want to bet that this is not the actual game referencing it? This is the people who did the dub.
It is probably just the fan translation. That and the Gangnam Style reference.
The statue has wings. Perhaps it's Pegasus, the flying horse of myth. We just had this whole conversation.
Yeah, Edgeworth, keep up.
No.
Fucking...
There's a horn on its head. Could it be the legendary unicorn? But I thought unicorns didn't have wings. What's this? There's a plaque at the bottom. I think I was wrong. I think Edgeworth's sitting in the bed, like, nodding his head while Phoenix is telling him all this shit.
Yeah.
The title of the work is written on the plaque. A magical contradiction. I suppose the only part of this work I was able to understand was the contradiction part.
I'm glad they're still here.
She's like, alright, when they leave, I can finally push her off.
Is what she says.
If you insert a coin, you can get these binoculars to get a nice view of the city. I'm sure if Kay were feeling better, she'd be happily glued to them. Yeah, after the trauma of being pushed off a building, I'm sure she wants to come back up here.
You know, something that really touches me in games with like dialogue like this when you like check stuff is when the characters are like, oh, if so and so, like if person I'm close to were here, they would blah blah blah. Like that's actually like a really sweet like because people do think that about like the people that they love, you know.
Yeah. For her sake, I must thoroughly examine every nook and cranny of this viewing platform.
Alright, man. Every nook and granny. Miles Edgeworth, so we meet again.
What are you two doing here? His hand is bigger than her head.
He's going to grab my glasses. Well, we came all this way, so I thought we'd buy some cotton candy.
There's no one selling it.
And what about you? You want folks to get the wrong idea about you?
Do not worry. I will decide for my own actions.
You're just a no-good ex-prosecutor. It's no wonder you got the axe. Wait, what? You got fired?
You needn't be concerned with what happens to me.
Are you sure? Oh yeah, what happened to Kay? Huh? Was there some sort of trouble between you two?
He's like contemplating. Do I tell her? Will she stab me with a needle?
Anything I can do to help? How about an injection?
It's fine. Our injections are answer to everything.
Oh, right. It's getting cold, isn't it? Let's go home. Well then, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, let's meet again soon. For that injection. How did she know I didn't get my COVID booster yet?
Edgeworth, you didn't get your COVID booster? No.
Oh, there's a guy there.
Oh, sir. How about some heavenly cotton candy? Heaven's Tear. Heaven's Tear? Did they name them after the shape of the clouds you can see from here? We tear a regular piece of cotton candy in half and sell without charging the price. That's why the name is Heaven's Tear. You tear the costs in half while crying tears of joy. The customers knew that. They'd be crying tears of sorrow.
That's an Anna line. Who, like, why would you tell that to someone?
Now, you know, I just love telling people how I rip them off. It just brings me more joy than actually ripping them off.
It's like an Undertale where you can pick on Luke's before you kill it, and that gets you more XP.
Yeah, it's like an Undertale where you can sell the shitty Tem flakes to Tem for a profit.
Yeah, you have opened the gates of hell.
TV seems to be used for showing advertisements from the companies at the Grand Tower. Right now it's just showing regular television programs, though. Wait, what am I watching this for? The Steel Samurai doesn't air today?
Do we have logic?
Yes. It's a statue of a creature with the body of a lion and the beak of wings of a bird. These statues seem to be guarding the entrance to this peaceful park. It's an immaculate work down to the last detail, but since it looks so fearsome, wouldn't it frighten away the visitors to the park? It's a statue of a creature with the body of a lion and the beak of a blah 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 blah.
Do we have only one logic, or do we have two that we might be able to cram together?
Maybe. I just want to look around a little bit more because I think I've examined absolutely everything.
If there's anything you didn't, I missed it, honestly.
The person in the red raincoat who pushed Kay off the tower. She said they came towards her from the direction of the stand. From that, we can deduce Kay was pushed over the railing on this side.
Ah, there you go. I wonder if the thing is that it's not a big, like the picture they show, it's not like a big person-sized raincoat behind it, but it's like a small tattered cloth in front of it.
So
like
what you're saying is it's a small person. So what
yeah,
you're,
like Teru
you're
Teru.
really saying is it's the puppet from Case 3 Game 2.
Honestly, I didn't know how you were gonna end that sentence, and I think you found the worst possible way. So, congrats. You're not eating more of that horrible canned food that. almost
No,
killed me,
I'm
right?
drinking some coffee.
Okay.
Which is notoriously very good for that.
Oh yeah.
It's unlikely that someone could fall from here accidentally. I don't see any particular problems with this railing. Until I logic it.
That's what Edgeworth also says in Bed with Phoenix.
I could just hear the moment of realization. You're like, yes, I can make this joke! Yes!
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect setup!
You could hear the two brain cells in my head collide.
Like Edgeworth right now. It's like, aw.
That's not it!
Not exactly a shining piece of perfect logic.
That's a good metaphor for how that joke wasn't good.
I thought it was pretty entertaining.
Oh, something has to happen. Ah! What the fuck?
Oh, she was in the tree.
Ow.
Okay.
Don't mind me. I was just admiring the view beneath the tree.
Did you just fall out of the tree?
I didn't mean to fall. My foot slipped.
You were suspect and yet you remained at the crime scene. That's not a smart thing to do. Even if you have memory loss, shouldn't you have realized this much? This whole time while you were playing the silly game of hide and seek, I've been worried sick about you.
Are you angry with me?
Of course I am. Answer me. What were you doing here? Did you think I'd let you off the hook that easily just because you have memory loss?
That's not it. I came here because I thought I could get your badge back.
What?
If I don't regain my memories, you'll never get it back. I thought if I went back to where I lost my memories, then maybe I would remember. If I could just remember killing her. Uh-huh.
You're still the same as you were before you lost your memories. Your thoughts and actions have always exceeded my expectations. Without a doubt, you are the Kay Faraday I know so well. However, I cannot approve of your recklessness.
I understand.
God! You get 0 style points, Miles. More like negative points. Here's how it's done. Okay, how about a hug?
Okay.
Oh, well then. Mr. Shields! It was just a joke, honest. We interrupt this program to bring you the Courage the Cowardly Dog Show with breaking news about the Grand Tower murder case.
It seems they've... No, I'm not gonna make that joke, sorry.
The police believes the culprit is a teenage girl who is present at the crime scene. She remains at large as the police continue to search for her whereabouts. Oh dear, this is getting pretty serious. Well, gang, what's the plan? You don't have much time. Indeed, it's only a matter of time before they find us here. Well, then, why don't you tag along with us for a while, Kay?
But I'll just cause trouble for you again.
It pains me to say this, but I've got nothing left to lose at this point.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, that settles it. We're all in this together now. Miles, you're in charge of proving Kay's innocence. Failure's not an option. Yes, I understand. Kay, I want you to help Miles with this investigation as much as you can.
Yes, I'll do my best.
Let's be quick about it, before the cops find us here. Unlike some people, Uncle Ray still has a lot to lose. Sheesh, if I lose the law office, I'll never be able to face Greg. This man, I'm glad he's on our side.
Too bad I won't be able to face him anyway, because when I die, I'm going to heaven, but he poured bleach in his son's eyes, so...
Yeah, but you cheated. I saw you go to Arby's the other day. Edgeworth, you weren't supposed to talk about that. What's Sonic gonna think, huh?
When I was a kid, I straight up thought that like whenever we got fast food from 2 different places in the same trip, I would hide the bag because I was afraid they'd like be jealous.
It was the funniest shit. I went to Disney Park for like a high school trip. There was some other woman in line who had a bag to the fuck is it? Universal.
Yeah.
The guy like literally held it up. It's like, oh, I see.
That's really funny. So is this what you normally did to investigate before I lost my memories, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, I just broke my ankle.
Oh, you should see the ejection lady about that.
What are you talking about? I'm fine. No problems here.
Yeah, evidently.
Did we get any new logic?
I don't think so. You might be able to show stuff to Kay now.
That's probably it, yeah.
Yes, can I help with something? I guess first I go through the text.
Yes.
I came back here because I thought I might remember something.
Could you again go over what you told me before?
Well, it was raining, so I stood under the cherry tree to take shelter. And then a person in a red raincoat appeared. That person pushed me and I fell. I forget what my last words were. They were probably really cool.
Can you tell me anything about the person in the raincoat?
I'm sorry, I don't remember that much. No, wait, it was the guy from Psy. As the person approached me, I saw the moon just over their shoulder.
Did you say the guy from Psy?
Wait, is that his name?
Yes, that's his name.
You can tell I'm a fake fan.
That is what... Is that the guy from Psy? After it's just like, that's wrong. His name is Psy.
Objection! Yeah.
Gumshoe, his name is Psy, you fucking idiot. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm sorry. The moon. Was it Moon Man?
It was Moon Man. Oh my god, you're right. Just kidding, dumbass. Yes, that's right. It's just a faint memory, but I think the moon was in the exact same spot as it is now.
Do you know who Moon Man is in the internet terminology?
The emoji?
No, did you ever see the Mac Tonight video that Emperor Lemon made? Lemon?
I don't know what any of those words were. Are those in the Bible?
Okay, so there was Mac Tonight who was created.
Know what that is.
Okay, that was a McDonald's commercial starring a moon.
All right.
They discontinued it, and years later, in like early chat rooms, people found text-to-speech hilarious. All the way back in 2008, yeah, what a surprise. Yeah. They used Mac Tonight, except they called him Moon Man, and they just made him post a bunch of really racist, horrible, awful shit. And now it's listed as a national hate crime symbol.
Oh, fantastic! I'm glad you roped me into talking about it. It was floating just above the cherry tree. You don't want to know the other things I saw in the sky next to it.
Yeah, very, very fascinating video. Definitely recommend. She could see the moon beneath the figure in the raincoat. If she could see the moon, that means she was near that railing. This is a new piece of testimony. I'll be sure to keep it in mind.
Well, it's weird because if she was looking at the stand, she wouldn't see the moon, right?
Did she say that the moon was behind him?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, if the moon's behind him, then that means it was earlier. Or actually...
She said it was in the same spot, so I think that she was on the other side of the cart, maybe. I don't know. Mr. Edgeworth, for a while now, I feel like I'm on the verge of remembering something.
What? Is that true? Well then, please, speak freely. Say whatever comes to your mind.
Okay. I remember a faint scent. It was a wonderful smell coming from the counter of a food stall. I followed the fragrance, only to find a perfectly sculpted burger resting on 2 golden buns.
My affair?
The tender and juicy... Is this a commercial? The tender and juicy patty made my taste buds sing with joy.
Colonel, the tender and juicy patties
that
is
Metal Gear dialogue.
It made my tasty buds sing with joy. I had to smoke a hot cigarette before it. Yeah, Colonel.
Not a gun. Yes, I can remember what I thought at that moment.
Buns.
I want seconds.
I don't think this memory has anything to do with the case. You called yourself the great thief Yatagarasu. You prided yourself on being a noble thief who steals the truth. Do you remember anything about that?
Well, Aha! Maybe I was called a noble thief because I won the Nobel Prize.
Yeah, that's the Nobel, not noble. And they don't give prizes for thievery.
See, you say that, but
they do, however, give prizes for inventing fucking dynamite.
Yeah. There was like
There's some real dumb. I think that was the first one.
Yeah. Let me think.
I'm not gonna lie though, that dynamite was very useful.
There was like, I forget which one I read, but whatever. This letter, it's a promise I made, right?
If you can call conspiring to commit a crime a promise, then yes.
A crime? But I was the one who wrote this letter, right?
This letter is not handwritten. We cannot be certain that you wrote it.
Is that so? I'm terribly sorry. Even if that's alright.
No, that's not what I was planning to give it to you. Anything about the key card? No. No. Do you remember the candelabra? I think that's everything.
Yeah, I mean, everything new, yeah. I think we have logic now to do.
Probably. Probably something with...
the moon, yeah.
The moon.
Probably... I mean...
It's in the same spot tonight, which is near the cherry tree.
Yeah.
Bing. Never mind.
Oh, I guess that's the other one.
If I recall Kay's testimony, a person in a raincoat approached her from behind the candy stand. Then this person supposedly pushed Kay over the railing, opposing the stand. Moreover, Kay said she saw the moon over the person's shoulder. However, earlier confirmed that the moon is floating in the opposite direction. And on the night Kay lost her memories, it seems the moon was in the exact same spot. Therefore, the positions of the moon and the person in the raincoat don't match up. Which means that the time is different. Her memories have probably become confused. After all, had she actually been pushed over the railing, she couldn't have survived the fall. Perhaps I should question Kay's memory of where she fell.
And I guess that's potentially something to do. It might not be, but... Depends on if we actually have anything new to say. Sure don't, so.
Can't answer our question with a question.
I think you can, because, I mean, because it's only a tiny sliver of your HP bar, and I'd rather know that it's not right.
Sure. Oh. Kay was not pushed over the railing on this side. After all, if you fell from here, you wouldn't even be alive in the first place.
But
Kay commit not alive.
I'm certain I was standing under the cherry tree. If I fell, then the only place I could have fallen was over the railing.
Oh, maybe the ground just opened up from under you and swallowed you up.
The ground here can open up? How?
No, it was just a joke, okay? Please don't take it so seriously. No, strange as it may sound, they may actually be the truth. Even if it's only a small chance, it matters not. Let's try searching the area around the tree.
Oh.
Kay could have not fallen over the railing.
Is that really there the whole time?
There must be something about here that proves it. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
There's no way that was there the whole time, right?
That was there the whole time.
God.
I mean, it's real obvious. So she was pushed down like a chute.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? This is... looks like a maintenance hatch. Okay, maybe he fell down here. Nah, just kidding. There's no way something like that could have happened.
I'm sorry, I just can't remember if...
Nah, it's just a joke. No need to take it seriously.
Right. So, when should I take you seriously, then?
Well, when we go to Sonic. Then if we don't order a Coney dog, well... you know what happens.
literally Kin's Kokichi.
Indeed. Well, if you jumped in Uncle Ray's arms. Mr. Shields! Come on, Miles. We just got done playing Danganronpa 3 last week. It was just a joke, a joke.
Oh, I get it. No one ever takes you seriously.
Oh, okay, alright, that stung a bit. Alright, I'm jumping. I think that might just be a red herring.
Maybe.
Flower petals are scattered all over the ground. The blossoms are not yet in full bloom, so the strong winds up here must be the culprit. Personally, I'd appreciate it if they spent a little more effort cleaning these petals up. I don't like things to be pretty. How about that?
Except for right. Bless you.
He's not pretty, he's handsome.
Might be a logic to do. Nope. Oh, I feel like... What else is there to click on?
I don't see anything. I just click over here and it's like, what's that? Edgeworth Vision Enhance.
Check again, see if it says...
Is there any chairs or tables to punch? Can't believe this incident's already on the news. Wonder how they caught wind of it. Maybe they're doing a live report from that helicopter over there. Uncle Ray's gonna be on TV. Miles, make sure you tune in. What is he thinking at a time like this?
Try checking it again to see if it tells you, like... if it's every nook and cranny, or if it's, like... Can't hurt to check again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're just missing something.
Maybe I need to check the hatch itself?
Can't like check the tree, the roots. I guess yeah, it would say there's still more to do there. So Oh.
We're seeing live footage from the 50th floor. The investigation will continue throughout the night. The 50th floor? Isn't that the meeting room of the PIC headquarters? That's right. We can see the shadows of the investigators behind those blinds. Oh, looks like making a clean getaway just got that much harder. It seems we have no choice but to cleverly evade the eyes of the media. Maybe Uncle Ray should have become a spy instead of an attorney. If worse comes to worse, I may have to use Mr. Shields as a decoy.
Should have said as a Mr. Shield.
Nah, it's just now you were thinking of something pretty terrible, weren't you? I want to rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny on the news. It's actually pretty convenient. This is actually really cool.
Like the TV shot, yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing of interest here. Edgeworth votes in his opinion on the news. This appears to be a live news broadcast. In other words, what we see on the screen is how the Grand Tower looks at this very moment.
Does that mean we can be seen on the TV too?
No, the camera's too far away and it's too dark to see us clearly. There's no need to worry. Except for that idiot standing underneath the lamppost. Certainly would be bad if Kay were to be seen on TV right now. We're seeing live footage from the 50th floor. The investigation will continue throughout the night.
Seems the same.
50th floor. Is that the meeting room of the PIC headquarters? It looks like they're still investigating the meeting room. As the report said, you can see the investigators' shadows moving around. There is a huge contradiction in this image. I should present that piece of evidence. There's a floor above it. It's not the 50th floor. That's the 49th floor.
Yeah, I guess deduce the thing there.
Just like here, I guess? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how many floors this building has? Of course, 50 floors, right? Just above the place where the PIC conducts their practical, illegal cover-ups. Couples are wishing for love. Kind of ironic, don't you think?
So, what's this dark area above the 50th floor?
Maybe it's a tunnel of love. Those are always dark.
Huh.
Chris is like, no. The viewing platform we're on now should be directly above the PIC meeting room. However, the late-night investigation is taking place 2 floors below us. This is a clear contradiction.
Was there a mistake in the pamphlet?
No, rather. It's more natural to assume this building has a hidden 51st floor.
Hidden.
It's not that hidden.
I mean, I guess like from the ground, you're probably not gonna look and be like, "Oh, there's 51 of those."
How
that's
about
weird.
a better idea? How about just not have windows for it if it's supposed to be a hidden floor?
Yeah. I see. So that's where the Tunnel of Love is.
Oh, she's so pure and gullible. It's breaking Uncle Ray's heart. Then why don't you take this opportunity to be more serious for once? No, you just don't get it, Miles. I joke around to make things easier for you. On the contrary, his painful jokes only make things harder for me.
That might be it.
I believe that is. The hatch goes down to the 51st floor. Bing, bing, wahoo. An extra floor between the 50th floor and the viewing platform. Why didn't anyone notice it? Normally you'd notice it. I mean, how can you have an entire floor? That is where the problem lies. No one noticed something that should have been easily noticeable. In other words, it must be impossible to access the 51st floor through normal means.
I see. Maybe there's a secret portal or something.
Or maybe you have to hold up on the elevator until it snaps and goes to the roof. Ghoul School reference.
Maybe if you do a wrong warp out of the long elevator.
I need to replay Ghoul School. That game's fun. Okay, now's not the time to be thinking with portals.
Alright.
Alright. I'd like you to recall the hatch at the base of the cherry tree. Isn't it normal to assume there's a room on the other side of the maintenance hatch? Uncle Ray likes where you're going with this.
Let's hurry and check it out.
There, we go. Now let's see. This is...
Looks like there's a lot of stuff down there. Is this what they call a storeroom?
There's no doubt about it. This is where Kay fell down. The guy with the cotton candy over there is like, guys, You know, I've been hearing this entire conversation.
Someone
that
just
girl's
buy,
the
like,
murderer, right?
shitty, double price candy already. That's the thing, the guy's on the clock, so he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, you know, that's actually very true. If I was hearing all this, I'd be like, yeah, they're probably okay.
He'd be like, not my problem. I don't get paid to fucking check this
I might
out.
pay a little extra attention to Ray because he's made some questionable comments.
Yeah, of course.
There's no doubt about it. This is where Kay fell down. Of course. And with this, the mystery is solved.
And I'd be like, hopefully I don't see this guy later tonight at my second job at Sonic.
No, not yet. Well, you wouldn't see him later on at Sonic, because Sonic closes around midnight-ish, 10 in my area. Do you have like a 24-hour Sonic?
No.
You still have the mystery of the person in the red hood who was walking in midair. Now, let's not get greedy, shall we? We found the storeroom, so let's wrap things up here. I suppose you have a point. It does seem to warrant an investigation. Does your Sonic still have people come out of it with roller skates?
I don't go there, like, at all.
Yeah.
So, I only on rare occasion.
Very occasionally I go,
drive-thru.
and I always just go to the drive-thru where that's not necessary.
I'm guessing this is Francisca. Well, if it isn't Miles Edgeworth.
Or it could be the other fuckhead, the guy who hates his son.
Oh, maybe. What?
Emma, what are you doing
Emma,
here
jump
for your
scare?
weekly cameo? Or your gamely cameo? What the...
I heard about the... I heard about the case of Detective Gumshoe.
Is it just me, or are her colors off?
This is how she looks in, like, Ace Attorney 1 era.
It's just like her colors seem off. They seem muted.
It might be a little. Since I was already in the area, I thought I might as well check out the crime scene.
This girl's name is Emma Sky.
How long do you think we have until it says Luminol?
5 minutes, 2 minutes, a
That's
minute.
generous. That's generous.
A minute, 30 seconds. She's a high school student studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. She's the younger sister of my former boss and a witness in one of my trials 2 years ago.
Detective Gumshoe told me everything over the phone. He sounded really upset. He said you lost your badge at the Grand Tower and Kay became a mummy. Do I know who that is? Oh, I showed up in the last game once.
But please calm down. Yeah, see, like, her colors seem muted. Maybe she just has, like, really pale skin. Probably because she was in Europe where they don't see the sun. I thought you left for Europe just a few days ago. Don't tell me you've come back already.
Yep, and I've brought my teacher from abroad, too. He needed an interpreter, so I volunteered to help.
If your teacher cannot speak English, why aren't you with him right now?
He can still communicate with people. Don't underestimate the importance of body language.
That doesn't really count as a language.
But enough about that. What happened to Kay? Is she alright?
My, what a good friend. Isn't this great, Kay?
Yeah. Who are you? Are you Mr. Edgeworth's new assistant?
Haha, on the contrary, my dear. I'm Ray Shields, head of the Edgeworth Law Offices.
Edgeworth Law Offices? Wait, you mean like defense attorneys? Mr. Edgeworth, when did you suddenly become an attorney?
No, it's not like that. Now that I think about it, it is a rather complicated working relationship. Don't sweat the details. Let's start with an introductory hug.
Why'd you become a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth?
Completely ignored. Hey, don't just ignore me.
Because I don't approve at all.
Well, why don't we continue this conversation down below?
That's right, the police could arrive any second now.
The whole reason she's here is because they need to dust her fingerprints. It just comes out of fucking nowhere. Drag and drop like the fucking Mario Maker character creator.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I love her. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, who's she?
I'll explain later. First, we have to go down the hatch.
Ah, okay. Guess I'll be joining the defense team?
I'll explain about that, too. Well then, let's go to the storeroom. She's awfully gung-ho about this.
Yeah.
Edgeworth is acting weird. He's with this weird guy who asked for a hug, and there's a girl in bandages near them who she doesn't recognize.
And he's like, come on, let's go down this hatch. Like, okay.
She's just like, can I use my luminol down there?
Yeah.
It's pretty dark down here. I can't see a thing. Watch your footing, Emma.
Ouch, I think I hit my head.
Okay, be careful not to slip. Take your time coming down.
Okay.
Well, that's what should be somewhere around here. This is... The hidden 51st floor is being used as a storeroom.
The 16th student hidden somewhere in the... Okay.
We'll need to investigate it thoroughly. Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth, please tell me about the case.
Right then, where should I begin?
I see. This is certainly a serious situation.
Why does she look like she's having so much fun, and also she wants to punch me?
I want to punch you so bad. Looks like you're in a bind, prosecutorial attorney Edgeworth.
I'm not a defense attorney. Nor is there such a thing as a prosecutorial attorney. You know, that would actually be really cool if there was someone who's like both a prosecutor and an attorney based on the case. Although there's probably some really, really bad conflicts of interest in doing
Yes,
that.
yes, I think there are. This looks like a job for science. Don't you worry, I've got everything here in my bag.
Are you sure you're up for this, Emma?
Of course. So, once again, it's good to be working with you, Mr. Edgeworth.
And I'm glad to be working with you as well. Looks like we got ourselves another cute assistant. So, what's the plan?
That lift looks pretty suspicious to me.
It, looks like it goes down. I'm curious as well, but first we should investigate this room. Okay, if you find anything else, be sure to tell your Uncle Ray.
And if I remember something, I'll let you know.
Yes, please do. And Emma, what is your magical ability in this case?
Roger, I'm ready to support.
Well, well then, let's begin the investigation. See, I think I was right about 5 minutes. We weren't exactly at the point where Luminol was going to be necessary immediately.
Oh, she's actually the following one. I love her. Oh, Blue Badger. I love her
that,
style.
and also just the teacup.
I don't often put care into like my outfits when I go outside, but if I did, I would buy the Emma Sky look.
Yeah. The jacket and like the Mario Cappy hat kind of conflict a little, but the socks just kind of carry everything.
But it's like a good confliction, I think.
Yeah. I mean, compared to Edgeworth, who constantly looks completely fucking ridiculous.
Her design in newer entries is better.
Oh, absolutely. Her
I still
design
like-
in
I
newer
still like
entries
her.
is just like best. Probably would look like Ray Shields if I grew up and had a good job.
Don't you think it's kind of creepy how all these masks are lined up in such a dark place?
Emma, are you not good with horror movies?
No way! Horror movies are so unscientific.
So she's scared of them. I want to rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. It's every single one of the blue badgers. Look, you can see its eyes peeking out. You know it's the old one.
Yeah, also you see Steel Samurais. And... This mask is the mysterious global hero, Anyankapan.
Why are you so surprised?
Mr. Edgeworth, don't you know? Everything about this show is shrouded in mystery. From the production company to the broadcast times, even the merchandise is hard to find.
Sounds like a complete waste of fucking money. Wouldn't that mean the company simply went bankrupt? Yeah.
It's Captain Saipon. He's really popular in Europe. All the kids and even the adults dress up like him.
I think the flower in his head would be a little too much.
The TV show are these masks from?
I'm not very familiar with it, but I believe it's called The Students of the Starry School. Each member of the class is a hero of justice.
I guess those red and white caps are a part of their school uniforms. And maybe the number of eye slits on the masks corresponds to their class rankings. See, the one on the left is ranked number 1, and the one on the right is number 2, and so on.
Oh, I see. So that's how it works.
If that's the case, the student with the lowest rank would have a mask full of holes.
I guess we'll have to watch the show to find out.
I feel like this is a reference to something that's, like, in Japan.
Possibly. When you think of the heroines from the Steel Samurai universe, she's the first to come to mind.
That's right. I love the Pink Princess, too.
Emma, you watch this kind of show?
Yeah, of course. You like it, too, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Really? Since you had a Steel Samurai figure in your office, I thought for sure.
Well, so even Emma has noticed it. The Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo, and the Nickel Samurai.
The Nickel Samurai always seemed kind of smug by comparison, and his slender build doesn't look cool at all. I definitely prefer the Steel Samurai.
Seems she has good taste. These are murder case files.
What are those doing here?
By all rights, they should be kept at the prosecutorial's building or the courthouse, but it would seem that someone has removed them. Something is afoot, and we are none the wiser.
Think you can deduce the empty slot with the mask we have, by the way.
Yes, probably. This is the Jammin' Ninja one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jammin' Ninja mask that Kay had with her. Perhaps it was originally attached to this hook.
That sounds plausible, scientifically speaking. In other words, Kay came here?
It's quite likely, but for what purpose?
Maybe she was gonna steal something from this place.
A great thief who steals the truth, huh? No, I don't think we can answer that question at this time.
Wonder if it lets you hit the blue badger mask.
No.
Nope.
They don't want you to. It's just there for your eyeballs. These are
What is it?
the items displayed on this shelf here, if I recall correctly. IIRC. They're all evidence from past cases that I was involved with. What are they doing here?
I guess that would make this place the PIC's evidence storeroom, huh?
These items should be kept in the care of the police.
Don't they keep evidence in the prosecutor's office?
Only for current trials. However, once a verdict has been reached, the evidence is transferred over to the police department and stored in the evidence room.
But it looks like the evidence has been stored here instead.
There's no point in worrying about it. For now, I should try examining everything. Looks like some of the evidence have tags in front of them, and these are numbers written on the tags.
Maybe they're the ID numbers of the evidence.
No, based on how large these numbers are and the nature of these items, I'd say these are prices.
Prices? If that's the case... Wow, these are ridiculously expensive.
She seems more concerned with the high prices and the legality of this whole affair. The evidence on display. I should inspect every nook and cranny.
Do you recognize any of these evidence pieces?
No. Here's the thing. I was gonna say, this looks like a Maya doll. It's like a Maya samurai.
It really does. What a cute doll. It kind of looks like the Steel Samurai.
It's the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink
shit.
Princess. Oh, I didn't realize it looked like Maya.
Yeah.
He was
Well,
destined to become a hero
this
of
is the
justice
highest
from the
res
moment.
we've seen it.
Yeah, he was destined to become a hero of justice from the moment of his birth. The one to the left looks a little familiar.
A little, yeah.
So much pressure rests on his tiny baby shoulders. And yet he carries himself with the grace and dignity that belies a toddler of his age.
Hello? Mr. Edgeworth? Are you even listening to me?
Huh? Yeah, of course I am.
Oh, how cute. The stuffed animal is so fluffy.
That's from Gourd Lake.
Ah, yeah!
It should be in the care of the prosecutors assigned to the case right now. You know, if we literally had a stuffed animal from one of the presidents, that would not be worth $8,400. It would be worth, like, $840,000.
Uh-huh.
Like, could you imagine it was like, well, whenever I go in for my cancer treatment, here's my doll I hold on to. People like, I'll take it.
Now,
2 billion.
a modern president of Zengfa, though, it depends.
Yeah, okay, maybe not, no. Why is it sitting here in a place like this?
Huh? This little guy's missing his left horn.
His left horn. I'm pretty sure it was already missing when I first saw it.
Then this must be a defective product. I demand a recall.
Now that I think about it. Giving a broken toy to a country's president does sound strange.
This storeroom contains items to be sold, doesn't it?
It's unfortunate, but the possibility seems quite high. I suspect some nefarious individual has been selling evidence here.
And people actually pay money for this stuff?
Apparently, some people do. The price tags are proof.
Different strokes for different folks, I guess.
What do you suppose was worth $240?
I don't know. I think we've got everything, but I want to check all these to find out what they are. That's strange. Only this one spot is empty. But it still has a price tag, just like all the others.
Indeed. Furthermore, there's a part of this cloth that's not covered in dust. Perhaps something was placed here not so long ago.
I see. It sure seems like it. But... what could it have been?
The star-shaped mark in the dust, I wonder. Could it be related to a current piece of evidence?
Oh.
Star-shaped.
Oh, the candelabra!
Ah, look at that.
I'm glad they told us it was dust, because I thought it was just a rug with, like, a pattern.
This dust pattern matches up perfectly with the base of the candelabra. It's likely the killer got the candelabra from this very storeroom.
Does that mean the candelabra was also a piece of evidence?
It's quite possible. However, this is not the issue here. The murder weapon originally came from the storeroom. We must keep that in mind. And Kay was here. Ah, shit. It's a small bottle. I've seen this piece of evidence before in the past.
Huh? Is that all?
Yes. What more do you want me to say?
I need to make a memo. Note to self. Even the most boring objects sound like works of art when Mr. Edgeworth describes them.
Don't read a memo like that out loud. Ink and a lamp. Both of their evidence I've handled before.
Why is all this stuff here linked to you?
Probably someone who wants to touch anything I put my hands on. Many of the items here are objects that I've handled just a short while ago. But it's probably only a coincidence that they're all collected here. Just like Phoenix comes walking down the stairs. Oh, hey, bud. Whoa, what are you doing here? Wow. Funny coincidence.
A coincidence? I never thought I'd hear you say that word, Mr. Edgeworth.
No matter how improbable, if it fits with the facts, then we must accept it as the truth. Isn't that the same with science?
Aha. We should discuss science in detail someday, Mr. Edgeworth.
And nothing to say about the door.
See the mannequin Andy up there?
This mannequin Andy, I've got it.
This mannequin Andy, I've got it. According to my scientific reasoning. This is something you encountered in one of your past cases, right?
No, it's not. This is the first time I've seen this mannequin. It seems completely unrelated to the objects currently in the room. There's no price tag in front of this mannequin either. So then why is it here? Probably because some clothes were on it.
Yeah, like the Opa raincoat.
Yeah. That's definitely it. It's the raincoat. Oh, hey, it's a chocolate coffin.
Scientifically speaking, this must be a wooden icebox.
Except it's not.
This chain is tied around it to keep the cold from escaping, probably. I'm very scientific.
No, Emma, wouldn't this be a costume trunk? It's It's made from wood that repels bugs in order to protect the cloths inside.
Ah, I see, of course. That's another possible theory. If your clothes are stored in a cold place, it would be nice and cool to wear in the summer.
I guess she's sticking to her icebox theory.
There's a transceiver sitting next to all these trophies.
Seems like they were lined up together on purpose.
Looks like it's still got batteries in it. Might come in handy later, so I'll pick them up for now. I'll be sure to put it to good use before I turn it into the police.
That sounds just like what a certain great thief would say. You know, I just realized, we don't have Little Thief, do we?
Oh yeah.
Someone took that from her. Now that's literally priceless.
Wow, talk about bad taste. I've never seen such a gaudy desk before. Just what kind of person would use something like this?
The tabletop is being supported by 4 naked men. The design is quite painful to look at. It certainly is in poor taste, and it might in fact be an FOE from the popular game series Persona Q in the 4th Palace.
And it's just like, oh, I didn't know you were a Persona fan. Oh. Maybe this is also related to one of your past cases.
No, none of the cases I handled involved a person with such bad taste. Or at least I hope not.
Okay.
He doesn't know. There's a huge stack of money piled up here. How unrefined.
They're all $100 bills. Talk about big bucks. So how many times your yearly salary do you think this is worth?
Leave my salary out of this.
How many times Gumshoe's salary do you think this is worth?
Infinite.
What's this? It looks like a giant head.
If I recall, this is the head of Mrs. Monkey. I believe it was from a case I was involved in the past. It's impressive how they were able to get such a large object into this room.
Miss Monkey, huh? That doesn't really have a nice ring to it. Maybe you remembered the name wrong, Mr. Edward.
Impossible. That can't be true.
Well, what is it?
I don't know. This seems
Alright.
like a lot of references to previous games, but I don't remember all these references.
Yeah. Ask me anything you want. AMA. Since Kay's a suspect, I can't just stay silent.
I feel the same way. For now, we should calm down and search for clues.
No. After thinking it through scientifically, I've come up with an even better plan.
Open a package of cookies and eat one.
Only if you do it deep in the microwave sensor. Or, the microphone! Fuck, ruined, joke ruined. Oh god.
Abort joke!
I'll just give Kay an extremely powerful electric shock. to her
Ralph,
head
sweetie, get off the stage.
Using the microwave. And see if that will jumpstart her memories.
Well, that seems a bit, no, quite dangerous. I would prefer to go with my proposal to calm down and investigate this room.
Is that so? But in science, a bit of danger always comes with the territory.
That's not
She
exactly
looks-
what you would call
she
a bit of
looks
danger.
So dead inside. Like,
This is
straight-
like her before
she-
she eats a couple snackoos slowly.
she just watched a Nintendo Direct and there was no Silk Song news. That's her right now.
No, she just saw it, but she didn't like the Silk Song news. Like, it was bad Silk Song
Oh,
news.
like they're like, yeah, the game's coming out in 2028.
Oh, no, worse than that. It'd be like, and in this game, we decided to add controversy. She's like, oh, no, what do you mean?
I came back here for a while as my teacher's translator, but normally I study in Europe. That's right, to become a super forensic scientist.
That's admirable. Endeavoring to learn is the duty of any student.
Yes, in order to excel in both academics and athletics, I've even taken up sports. For example, the competitions they have during sports days. Now I don't feel so super similar to her anymore.
I wonder what sort of competition she's referring to. Esports!
Yeah, unlike America, Europe has extremely tough manly sports, and well, I'm sure you've heard of the War of the Eyeglasses at least.
I've never heard of it before in my life. Is that where they just, like, sweat a shit ton and they try to push their eyeglasses up their face, but they're like, oh right, there's no sunlight and it's hot and we don't have air conditioning.
Did you check the giant statue in the middle of the room?
Yeah, I should probably check that.
And
Better
also talk to
question.
the other people.
I can't present my badge. damn.
I
Did you see the video I posted of Miku being like, no, 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 I don't talk to people from Britain?
You know what? That's why they gave you the Yagarasu badge, so that you still have a badge. This is
Yeah.
Kenny's badge, right?
Yeah, this is all I can present right now, sorry. Yes, this is her precious badge. Though she doesn't seem to remember it herself.
Is that so? Maybe it doesn't have enough impact. How about I customize that badge a bit? Let's spruce it up a little with pink ribbons and white feathers.
I appreciate the offer, but let's keep it like this for now. Kay's memories would only become more confused.
Scientifically speaking, I'd have to say that the details are unknown.
So in plain English, you didn't know anything about it, right?
It's not that I don't know, it's just that the details are unknown.
Going down the list.
I wonder why Kay lost her memories. Maybe she saw something really shocking.
Indeed. She seems to have gotten herself involved in a murder case after all.
I also went through some pretty scary things in the past as well. But thanks to my sister and everyone else who saved me, I can be who I am today. Mr. Edgeworth, we're definitely going to save Kay, okay?
Yes, of course.
That's nice.
I doubt she has anything to say about any of this. And maybe something to say about the animal. Do you like this sort of thing, Emma?
Well, between the fabric, the texture, and the weight, I find this item quite fascinating. Judging from the damage to the fur, it would appear that this was made quite a long time ago.
Didn't you say it was cute earlier?
I do think it's cute, but that's a different matter entirely.
I don't understand how that's different at all. She hasn't mentioned Luminol once.
I know, it's crazy.
Is this really Emma Scott? Maybe she's a fake.
Yeah, it's an imposter.
This statue.
Yes, is it some sort of new fact?
Do I need to examine it with Luminol?
You know, even without the say the line Bart Luminol, she's still a very good character.
Yes. No, this is evidence from a case that I was previously involved in.
Oh, was this in the fucking heist?
I believe it was called the Alice Red statue. There's supposed to be two of them, one real and one fake, but I think this is with, like, the guy with the pot.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
On the plane. No matter which one is real, it's a natural for it to turn up in a place like this.
Mr. Edgeworth, you've really seen a lot of cases, huh?
Gotcha!
A lot of heart jump scare.
I'll make her waste all our film.
Devious.
Do you want to voice a lot of heart?
Now you got this.
Yippee-ki-yay, I got me a scoop! My eyes. Stop it! You ain't getting away from the Great Lotto's camera that easily. I reckon y'all must be criminals. I'ma snap 16 shots before I can even say cheese.
We're not criminals.
Really? You ain't fooling my camera with justice with those words. You are. Huh? You're usually that heinous prosecutor from back then. Who are you calling heinous?
It sounded like you said anus.
This is Lotta Hart. She's a photographer I've dealt with during my past cases. I see her distinctive accent and her chatterbox mouth haven't changed a bit.
I was actually thinking that grimace she has, they really made sure to redraw that exactly as it looks.
Yeah. Just look at that face. You're obviously up to no good. It seems she has a bad impression of us. Now it's time to pay your dues. Stand still while I photograph you.
We only came here to investigate.
Lies! Think you can fool me like that?
Mr. Edgeworth's Silk Song's not real. She's not listening at all.
She seems harmless. Let's just leave her be for now. Do you think she paratrooped out of the airplane? Or the helicopter.
She's DB Cooper.
So, what are y'all folks doing in a suspicious place like this? I don't get that reference.
Oh, DB Cooper is somebody who stole a bunch of like took a plane hostage, stole a bunch of like money off the plane, asked for like a bribe, and then parachuted out and has never been seen again. And it's an open cold case.
Oh, is he like the only guy who ever performed like an airplane heist?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I was about to ask you the very same question. Why are you here? For the people of the world and for myself. I'm a social justice photographer, after all. So I gotta take photos after photo after photo for my big scoop.
A lot of based. Hello?
It seems I won't be able to talk to her normally when she's like this. See, what she's saying is based, but what she does is not. So she's actually, like, really negative for the image of social justice.
Photographers, yeah. SJPs, if you will.
So, what are y'all folks doing in a suspicious place like this? Now. She doesn't want to say anything.
Probably have Kay and Ray to talk to. Earlier you said this was evidence from a case you were involved with. At any rate, you've got to admit that this is a very strange statue.
It's the Alice Red statue.
Huh?
This is the Alice Red statue.
But it doesn't look all red to me. Wait, the name is written here. Aleph Red statue. Aleph Red. All is red. All is red. Aleph Red.
What are you mumbling to yourself about over there?
No, it's nothing. Come on, let's examine some other places.
Was that a reference to Alucard?
I don't know. I don't know.
All is red Alucard. That is a reference. That's really funny.
It made me think of the line from the scene we wrote, which spoilers, but fucking Zuper and Jaden aren't gonna watch this.
Yeah, that's a Son of Dracula reference.
Where
that's pretty funny.
Like the parasocial paraball line.
Ah, yes.
Yes, can I help with something? Evidently not. Alright, fucking bye.
Oh man, Uncle Ray's heart's pounding up a storm. Surrounded by so many cutie pies in such a small cramped room. Mr. Shield, please try to be more serious. It was just a joke. Uncle Ray's keeping a close watch over little Kay, so you can continue your investigation without worry. You watching over Kay is exactly what I'm worried about.
Do we have logic? Oh, yeah, huh.
Yeah. Bing, bing, wahoo.
Thank God Edgeworth has a fucking logic alternate mind zone he can go to for big stretches like that.
Thank goodness Lotta Hart hasn't probably noticed the money yet, because she
Yeah.
would take it and run. From the price tags attached to the pieces of evidence and that huge stack of cash. Huge stack of cash!
Yeah.
It's clear that the buying and selling of evidence here was being carried out.
In the hidden 51st floor, evidence was being trafficked. This clearly means something.
Yeah, the PIC is more like, fucking pieces of pee.
Wow, that was terrible, but I'm with you.
Seems further investigations needed about the dealings that went on in this place.
If only there was a witness, we could just ask them.
A witness. Hey, is there any witnesses up here? So, why'd you come here? Well, the people of the world and for myself. I'm a social justice photographer, after all.
Social justice.
Then allow me to guess the reason why you came here. Was it perhaps to expose the illegal evidence trafficking?
Oh, I get it. You were trying to get a scoop on the secret dealings.
Huh. Y'all know that much already. Well, I reckon there ain't no reason to hide it anymore. My sister's telling me there's some kind of black market auction being held around these parts. Well, you stumbled on it. Good job. What did you say? So then all this evidence here is... Yep, they're the goods from the auction. There's a lot of dirty money flying around here. Speaking of dirty money, there it is right there on the table. I'm gonna try and catch it with my own two eyes. My source gave me a whole bunch of info, but I figured just hearing about it ain't enough. Seeing's believing after all. So I've been staking out the place from behind here in the statue since yesterday. Auction took place late last night and went on till the early morning. A murder on the night of the black market auction. Could the two events be related? No. Black market dealings in the Grand Tower. Guess I really hit the mother lode this time. Actually, yes. Are all the items in the auction pieces of evidence? There's lots of normal stuff, too, like stolen art and like. This is a really big step up from fucking Nessie, or whatever the hell its name was, Plessy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider stolen art to be normal. It was Gordy.
Yeah.
Plessy is like, I don't remember.
Plessy is Earthbound.
Oh, I thought that was Nessie. Okay.
Oh, no, you're right, that's Nessie. Plessy is Mario.
Oh, yeah. But I reckon the evidence was the star of the show here. These folks are law fanatics, trying to get their hands on the latest goods from the police.
So that's what you wanted to get pictures of, Miss Hart?
Pretty much. They were meeting right under this very storeroom, so I watched them from up here. You said they were here since yesterday. Did you witness the entire event? It was a black market auction, after all. They followed a fairly detailed procedure. First, the participants entered the storeroom from the viewing platform one at a time. When they got in, they each took one of these masks on the wall over there. Funny thing about those masks, they're all equipped with voice changers. Itty bitty ones. Wouldn't they put this on before coming into the room? That way they wouldn't be recognized. They wanted to protect their, anonymity?
You mean their anonymity. That is hard to say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. They're anonymity. Tenny. Why not just say identity and make things easier for all of us? Anonymity. After putting on the mask, they go down the lift.
Oh, I see.
And the next fella will come right in. On the way back, it was the exact same thing, but in reverse. One at a time. They come up one by one, return the mask, and head on up out of the storeroom. She picked a good item to hide behind because no one's spending like $2 million on that fucking fake ass statue.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty thorough.
Also, how the fuck did they even get that in this room, actually?
The lift.
It doesn't fit. It's bigger than the lift.
I don't know. I think they joke about it in the text when you talk to it for the first time.
Okay. How many participants were there? So I guess she came to this event in order to buy her her journal thing?
Maybe.
Her dad's, like, notes. 11 people all together. Counted each of them as they made their way down. And what happened? I was laid up behind this statue the entire time. Then where were you in the beginning? The beginning? Well, don't you worry yourself about that, you hear. So she was hiding behind the statue the entire time. I watched the folks coming in while lurking in the shadows, all secret agent-like.
Note to self, secret agents like to lurk in the shadows.
And then they used that lift over there to get down to the auction site. After they all went down, I watched the whole thing from the lift.
That is the most rancid way to type on a handheld device that she's doing.
I missed it. What was she doing?
She has it's kind of like a DS almost, and she has it in one hand, and then her other hand, all 5 fingers are just like tapping at it.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Did that lift stay down the entire time? No, I came back up. There's a tiny gap in the floor there. There's a bit of space between the floor and the lift platform, you see. So I could just see about everything that was going on down there. Then did you see the person who was conducting the auction? Yeah, well, yeah. You betcha I did. What kind of story would this be if I didn't know what the conductor was? The conductor, huh? Seems like I need to ask her for more details. Do you have any more information about this so-called conductor? I came here to get me a scoop. What makes you think I'll give my info to you all willy-nilly? Basically, what you're saying is you don't know.
Ah, I see. So that's why she won't answer.
What can I say? I couldn't even tell how old they were, or if they were a guy or a gal. Can you tell me what the person was wearing at the time? They had on a white jacket with a purple flower, and they were wearing white gloves. But, you know, that don't mean much without, I have no earthly clue who they really are.
So the conductor's identity was hidden, just like the participants.
Well, that's right. They had on a mask and a voice changer, just like everything else. What kind of mask did this person wear? It was a Zervin mask, I reckon. Zervin. What in blazes is that supposed to be?
Mr. Edgeworth, you don't know about Zervin? He's the sworn enemy of global hero Onyan Kopan. Zervin, the ruler of time. Seriously, who hasn't heard of him?
Most people, I'd imagine. Since the conductor wore a mask, I assume you were not able to see their face. Not even a teeny-weeny bit, after I came all this way for my big scoop. His whole story's turning out to be nothing but fool's gold. I think you did pretty good here, Lotta, actually.
Yeah. And we didn't have to go through any fucking psyche-locks this time, you know?
Well, that's because it's Edgeworth, and he doesn't pull up with his bullshit.
Yeah, he's never...
Yeah, he's never had to do that.
Yeah,
listen, Larry Butts is just a special breed. I think my favorite thing is deleting his 5 locks, and then he just sets up another 5 locks for the immediate next lie after that, and he's just like, no!
Yeah.
It's like, fuck it, I'll just do this in court, screw this.
Yeah.
That set of clothes seems familiar. Perhaps I should show her that piece of evidence. Let me just say, if you're trying to grab my interest, you gotta bring me something that actually smells like a scoop. I guess that didn't catch her interest.
Really, it wasn't that.
That badges. It's the genuine badge of the Yatagarasu. Perhaps we could trade some information. Not a chance. Yatagarasu ain't nothing but yesterday's biscuits. I need something with more impact. Then there's the badge that won't stir up nothing interesting. Stir things up. Don't tell me you intend to spread false information. Don't be dragging my name through the mud. I just want to spice things up a bit. Maybe dress it up a little and add some juicy bits here and there. You shouldn't compromise your stories with fabrications, Miss Hart.
Oh yeah, the body.
If I'm gonna make the news, I'll need to find out the conductor's true identity. That person wore a mask and a voice changer, right? Along with a white mask and a purple suit and flower. Oh. Well, a white suit and a purple flower. Not a purple suit. Oh, shucks. Was all this a waste of time? I wouldn't say you wasted your time, Miss Hart. Collecting info ain't easy. You gotta pay for film and travel expenses. After staking out the place for a whole day, I'm starving. If they're truly after a scoop, you should be willing to endure that much. You said the conductor wore a white jacket with a purple flower and white gloves? That's right. They sure look spiffy for a criminal mastermind. Miss Hart, did they look anything like this? Hey, that's it. That's the conductor. Oh, God. Oh, hold your horses. Are you telling me the conductor's dead? She's the victim of a case we're investigating.
Her name is Jill Crane. Have you heard of her?
Can't say I have. So she was a lady, huh? What kind of gal dresses like that? She gets her kicks by fooling me into thinking she's a guy.
Alright, so she's not a social justice photographer.
I doubt that her intention was to deceive you. Setting that aside, we have established something of major importance. The victim was the conductor of the black market auction. I see, so the conductor was killed. Then that might explain... Explain what, Miss Hart? No. It's nothing honest.
Miss Hart, you clearly sounded suspicious just now.
No, play chess with me, and maybe I'll tell you. Can't be. Sorry, were you trying to say something? No, I ain't. I ain't said nothing.
Please don't be like that. Just tell us.
How many times do I gotta tell you? I'm a journalist. Information is what pays the bills. I can't go around spouting everything I know. I already said too much. I got nothing left to say to y'all.
But then, what if I found some fingerprints for you?
What good would that do me? I don't want none of your dusty old prints. Dusty old bones, full of green dust. Why don't you two follow my example and do some investigating on your own?
Oh, I guess she won't tell us anything.
Not to worry, Emma. Just leave it to me. Wow, what are you gonna do, Edgeworth? Just starts, like, hitting her with the club. have a certain method of drawing out information from those who wish to hide it. My opponent's lips are sealed. I'll be the one to unseal them. Let us be. Could you imagine anyone saying this?
Yeah.
Summon the chessboard.
He pulls up his dual disc. Draw!
Huh. Draw your last pathetic card, Edgeworth. First, let's analyze my opponent's demeanor.
Wow, that card is useless, Mr. Edgeworth.
I ain't telling you nothing. It's quit wasting my time. She seems rather impatient, as if she's trying to cut off the conversation. I must be careful with my time. I won't have long to consider my responses. I'm almost certain that she's hiding something from me. That's where I'll begin my attack. No time for the first move. I want you to tell me everything that you know right now. No way, Jose! I ain't spilling my guts to someone I have no connection with. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Maybe I should try another line of attack. Don't you think you're overreacting a bit? Let's just calm down. I'm always calm. Now leave me alone. Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered. What are you yapping about? All you're doing is wasting my time. That was a wasted remark.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
This heart's
That's a
getting
lot of
increasingly impatient, as if she's trying to cut me off the conversation. Must be careful with my time. I won't have long to consider my responses. Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered. Shit. Okay.
Uh-oh, speed.
Whoop.
You know, it doesn't count down during the text.
Yeah. A real journalist always keeps her cool. Speaking of journalists, I have something interesting to tell you. A few days ago, I met another self-proclaimed journalist. She spoke with an accent quite similar to your own. She spoke like me. No, then maybe it was, Well, I tried. I don't know if you're wasting shenanigans. You better skedaddle now. Shoot, I messed up. It's probably because it's only the first one.
Wow, I mean, still.
Nicole Swift. She had a distinctive way of speaking, one very much like your own. Furthermore, she said that she had a mentor. Could she have been referring to you? Oh, so you know Nicole. Well, ain't that a fun little coinky-dink. Where'd y'all meet? Wait. No, stop trying to get me to spill the beans. That was a close call. Seems that she lets down her guard when she talks about Miss Swift. This could be a useful clue.
Yeah, her and all the other Swifties on Tumblr.
I want you to tell me everything you know right now. Perhaps I should use that clue. You say I have no connection with you, Miss Hart. But don't we have a mutual acquaintance with your apprentice? That's... I reckon it would be mighty cruel of me to give Nicole's friends the cold shoulder. Then why don't you share with us what you know? Well, when you put it like that, I guess I could let you in on my scoop. No, I ain't falling for your nasty tricks. No sirree. Your scoop? No, just forget it. That ain't nothing important. You have a scoop. Such a slip of the tongue. It's hardly becoming of a journalist. You have a scoop, don't you? Now tell us what it is. All right. You got me. I've had a perfect scoop. But I ain't telling you what it is. I'm going to sell the story to a publisher. The information she's hiding could be vital to the investigation. I need to make her talk. Next, I'll pressure on the contents of her scoop.
Alright, you got me. It was Neapolitan.
Maybe quick to lose her temper, but she's even quicker to lose her tongue. She's not a difficult opponent. Now to extract that information I need. Does your story pertain to an incident of some kind? Well, maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. That's hardly a clear answer. Why are you always so... still always hollering at me? I ain't done nothing wrong. I just snuck in to do some investigating or reporting. If you ain't saying nothing, I ain't saying nothing either. That was too passive. Okay. Ooh. You didn't do anything wrong. That's a bold statement. Considering you're currently trespassing on private property. Hey! You're doing it too! Well, I guess a prosecutor's got the rights to investigate wherever they please. I probably shouldn't mention anything about the current state of my employment. There are far worse people in the world, you know? I reckon I'm a saint compared to folks who murder. Considering what you just mumbled, is it possible your scoop has something to do with a murder incident? Hey, I was just only talking in general terms just now. I mean, anyone look like a bag of roses compared to a murderer, right? It sounds like you're just making excuses to me. All I did was gather info on the black market auction. Murder incident, I don't know anything about that. I ain't seen or heard nothing. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Maybe I should try another line of attack. Fuck.
Oh god, that's actually really bad.
Now, where's this launch me back? Alright. Does this scoop of yours have something to do with the black market auction? What are you talking about? I don't know nothing about that. Weren't you in the middle of infiltrating the black market auction? The only logical conclusion is that your story has something to do with it. You ain't getting any answers from me. I, didn't hear nothing.
It might be that one, yeah.
Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered. You idiot. You didn't hear what exactly? Did you hear something during the auction? No, that's, I just heard a weird sound is all. It ain't even worth mentioning in my article. Just forget about it. There's no question. Something happened during the black market auction. She heard a strange sound. This could be a useful clue.
No, it is that one. I thought you fucked up, but it's me who would have fucked up.
I can have a saint compared to folks who murder. Scoop about a murder incident, and then I use the clue.
Right.
Sounds like you're just making excuses. Perhaps I should use that clue. Didn't you say you heard something strange during the auction? If it stuck out to you so much, it must not have been a sound that you would normally hear. For example, the screams of a murder victim. How'd you keep figuring out everything so quick? That's right. I stumbled upon a murder in the middle of my stakeout. But please, don't make me say any more. This is the biggest scoop I've had in a while. The murder that you overheard. It's most likely the same incident we're currently investigating. This is bound to be crucial information. I'll finish this by confirming the credibility of her information. She has nowhere left to run. It's time to deal the final blow. Oh, God. Tell me the truth. I know you're still hiding something from me. I ain't hiding nothing from nobody. I already done told you everything I know. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line. Maybe I should try another line of attack. Did you really stumble upon a murder? Don't call me a liar. And fighting words. I'm a bona fide journalist. I would never publish lies in my articles. Faster and more accurate than anyone. That's my motto. Her motto, huh? This could be a useful clue. I should keep it in mind. Tell me what you know about the murder incident in full detail. Well, my memory ain't what it used to be. Not much I can talk about. I ain't the most attentive gal in the world, you see. Perhaps I should use that clue that... Isn't accuracy, literally, I hardly expect a bona fide journalist to be so inattentive. Didn't you just say your motto is to be faster and more accurate than anyone? Fastest contradiction in the West.
Yeah.
Well, that's, as I expect, the credibility of your information is suspect. But know what I heard? I haven't got proof. If this translation came out like 7 years later, he would have said sus instead of suspect.
Yeah.
You have proof? How is that possible? Explain yourself at once. I got me some evidence. Wait, you heard that? Well, I was just talking to myself. Y'all just go on and pay it no mind. It seems she's still hiding something. This is an important clue. I'll need to use it effectively. Tell me the truth. I know you're still hiding something from me. Tisk. Isn't there something you haven't told me yet? You have evidence regarding the incident you witnessed. Something definitive enough to publish in an article. What in tarnation? Let me off the hook already. Fine, I'll tell you everything. I'll even show you the photo I took it, so if you stop harassing me. That good enough for you? Checkmate. I lost a lot of health on that deal.
Yeah, it's really dangerous.
It's kind of like Apollo's thing, where they're just like, eventually, this is just a mechanic, we're not expecting you to be an expert at this, we won't take your health. This is just them being like, we still take you some health, but it'll be like a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
I lost. I really lost. The mouth of the South has been defeated. Now then, it's time to come clean. Tell me everything you know. I was watching the auction, gathering info for my story.
You didn't just watch, though. You got shocking photos, too, right?
A little while after the auction started, someone won a bid, and the conductor banged the gavel. Someone hollered, "We'll finish the deal upstairs," or something like that. That ain't good, I thought to myself, so I hurried back behind the statue. To see whoever came back up? Not quite, but I reckon the fella that came up was the winner of the bid. I could smell the buttery aroma of a big fat wad of cash. Buttery aroma? I can't imagine that at all. I reckon this room's where the bidders ponied up the dough for their purchases. The two of them talked for a while. Wait a second. There was a second person in the storeroom? You betcha. I reckon it was the conductor. Then out of nowhere, one of them started screaming. Almost scared my britches off. Put myself up into a ball and kept on laying low. So you witnessed the murder? Well, I wouldn't say that I witnessed it, but I definitely heard it, though.
Didn't you try to stop them?
Just stop right there. That ain't even funny. What's a dainty little thing like me gonna do? Dainty. After that, I heard me some rustling and bustling. Whole time I was really regretting coming down here for something so fierce.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean...
Nothing gets in the way of a lot of heart in their photos. This is my big scoop. Ain't no way I was gonna let it slip away. A bit later, I heard this loud thud. I figured it was my last chance to snap a photo from behind the statue. Well then, would you please show us the photo? No. Why do I have to? This is...
The person in the red raincoat who attacked Kay.
The person in the red raincoat assaulted the victim in the storeroom. And then attacked Kay on the roof? There's only one person in this photo. Where's the victim? Mr. Edgeworth, it's over there! Oh my god, they knocked her head off and turned her gray! Yeah, I thought it was strange too. Could have sworn there were two of them, but... when I looked, there was only the one. But that's gotta be the killer, don't you reckon? So she's saying the victim disappeared. You were able to tell this person was the culprit just by looking? Their hair was stained bright red, so I figured it was them.
What happened to the auction after the murder?
Not really. Just went on like normal. Guess those rich folks didn't give a hoot. They got some nerve. Nerve of a journalist is nothing to scoff at either.
Logic?
Tisk. Yeah, logic time, probably.
Yeah, because there'd be one less, right?
Yeah. Do you have anything to say about Lada's testimony?
No.
Okay. Bing, bing. Kaboom. If we assume that the murder took place in the storeroom, then we must conclude that the body was here as well.
Huh? Isn't that pretty obvious?
Do you remember how the participants left the auction?
Of course, they'd passed through this storeroom on the way back from the auction. Ah,
If I was there, lying dead on the street, you'd just step right over me. Exactly. The culprit had to hide the body so that the participants wouldn't discover it. The real question is, where was the body hidden? Emma, would you mind lending me a hand?
leave it to me. What do you want me to do?
Let's see. It's been an hour now. I know you're just like... She's like...
Frothing at the mouth.
It's like Tea at the Tree Dome, where SpongeBob doesn't have any water. It's just her
Yeah.
face, like, Luminol. Use your Luminol reagent to test for a blood reaction, if you'd please.
Okay, I thought you would never fucking ask. Let me show you the power of science.
The glint in her eyes is getting brighter by the second.
Let's start by examining that ladder over there.
Let's examine everything! She
Based on-
just sprays it everywhere.
Based on Miss Hart's picture, the person in the red raincoat headed towards that ladder.
She's been Luminol edging for like an hour now.
Chances are something will turn up if we check there. Just touch anything you want to examine. If you do that, you'll be able to spray the luminol reagent at it. If there's a bloodstain on the spot where you sprayed, you'll get a reaction like this. Even so, no matter how many times I see bloodstains, they're always so gruesome.
I just like spraying random things with Luminol.
There's a blood reaction here, but it's kind of faint. Let's spray it with luminol 2 or 3 more times, so it'll be nice and clear. You can see it clearly now. Ugh, it looks even more gruesome than before. Do you understand how to look for bloodstains now? There are probably a few more bloodstains here, so why don't you give it a try, Mr. Edgeworth?
Alright.
They give you a giant fucking cloud.
They want this to be nice and easy so it's not a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Let's search the rest of the storeroom for bloodstains, just like that. First, let's look for a place to spray the luminol reagent. Luminol's the partner. You want to examine the spot? Unfortunately, there were no reactions here.
But for
Probably
sure.
should be a place we can zoom in, right? Huh. Oh yeah. Let's spray luminol on every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. That's the best line in this fucking game. Mr. Edgeworth, there's a bloodstain here too.
It's like the crossing of the lines.
Yeah.
However, why is there a bloodstain in a place like this?
Maybe something that had blood on it was stored inside, like
A Bloody Mary.
a cold shirt. Like we were saying earlier. Mr. Edgeworth, there are places we still haven't checked yet, so let's continue our investigation.
But we've checked literally everywhere. No, we haven't! Mr. Shield, you have blood on you, don't you? You have blood inside. You have blood inside you. Don't you want that out of you?
No,
Take out your blood.
She sprays him with luminol. She's like, wait, you have blood on your hands. He's like, yeah, that's a different blood. It's not related to the case. Just don't worry about it.
You have blood inside you? You don't want blood inside you. Take out your blood.
You don't like the way your blood feels in your body?
Take your blood out. No. How about the money? Is it blood money? No.
Alright, guess Elon Musk wasn't the one buying it. Am I right?
Haha.
Ah. Let's spray luminol on every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Well, shit. I resized the thing. God, no.
Window size?
Yeah. 2. Alright, is it still not broken? Okay, good.
I think it's still a little. At least the screen share is. Maybe I need to actually close and reopen the screen share.
Possibly.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's a reaction. It's a blood stain. But why in a place like this?
Actually, you know what I probably need to do? I probably need to go to the window size, resize it to like 1, and then resize it to 2.
No, it looks the same.
Yeah. That probably... Yeah, okay, that looks better. Perhaps this is where the murder took place.
Ah, it looks like some of the blood dripped down to the floor below.
Blood on the hidden lift data.
Looks like we found all the bloodstains in the storeroom. I can tell because I literally spilled luminol fucking everywhere. This is basically... I work a full-time job just to fund my luminol.
Seems we have investigated the storeroom sufficiently. How much do you think a bottle of luminol costs?
Let's find out.
I'm sure that won't put you on the list.
Probably. Let's see. 15 grams... Oh, that's a powder. I want luminol spray. Oh, it makes 250 milliliters of luminol spray, and it's $20 on Amazon.
How much is 250 milliliters? Like... A spray bottle? Like, I guess like Windex?
Let's see. Windex... bottle capacity. I'm going to get on a list. Okay, a Windex has 23 fluid ounces. So 2 milliliters is a 680 milliliters. So it's like a third of a.
Okay, so that is expensive then.
Yeah.
Girl is getting some funding. Probably because she has a prosecutorial sister.
FBI agent watching me search luminol spray and Windex bottle capacity.
Okay, to be fair, of all the things you can be searching, it's not like blood cleaners. It's like the stuff that identifies
it's just to
blood.
just to identify it.
Yeah, so you can clean it better with Windex.
Yeah, Windex totally.
And that's Phoenix. That's Edgeworth for today. It is 12 o'clock. Time to go play other games. Good session. She got her luminol fix, so she's okay.
Yes.
Yes. Every suspicious nook and cranny.